Welcome to the Soulful Badass podcast. This is for all you souls who are ready to listen to your intuition and live life on your terms. I'm Rachel Jackson. I'm a mindset coach and intuitive mentor, and I'm here to guide you to live the most fulfilled, authentic, and abundant life that you were born for. Now let's dive in each week and have some amazing conversations, and let's light that soul on fire. Hi everyone, welcome to this week's podcast. This week I am going to be diving into money. Again, I love talking about money because we have so many issues about it. And really, we've got to think why. Money is a resource. But what I'm going to be talking about today is how we might be masking our real desires by thinking about money too much a little bit. So if you think in your business or in your life, you might have a desire to have more money, and you might even have a figure on that money. You might be thinking of how much you want. So in your business, you might be looking at how much you're making every month. You might be thinking, right, I want to 10x that, doing the 10x method. Remember, if you haven't listened to that one, go back and listen to that podcast episode. That one's awesome. But you might be thinking of the figure that you want to create. You might be looking at your bank account and looking at and thinking of the figure you want to create. And when you're thinking of the money, what you're actually blocking is the real desire that wants to come through. So if you're thinking you want to make more money in your business, or you want to make more money in your career, or you just want to have more money, whatever that is for you, what is that money bringing in? Now, there's a couple of things the money could be trying to bring in, and we can go really deep with this. And I might go a bit deeper in another exercise, another podcast. But actually, when you think about it, what is the money wanting? What are you wanting to bring in with that money? So it could be that you want that money in your bank, you want it in your savings. And what does that give you if you have a certain amount in your savings? What is that energy? What is that frequency? What is that feeling that gives you by having those savings? Do you feel secure by having those savings in your account? Do you feel like accomplished? Do you feel like that gives you that good girl feeling? Like, yes, I've done it. I've got all them savings. What is the feeling that you are being driven by? What is the thing you want to create by having those savings in the bank? It might be you have an income level that you want to create in your business, and you might be trying to bring in, say, 10K months, 20K months, whatever that is for you. If you want that millionaire badge, whatever that is, it doesn't matter. There is no judgment on any number. But as well, if you have a judgment on a certain number, that's masking something as well. There's obviously judgment there that you need to work through. But when you think of that number in your business, what does that say to you? Does that mean that you can buy the freedom to have with your family? Does it mean that you can ultimately invest in more businesses? Does it mean that you can buy that dream house? What is it that's trying to come through, that real desire that you want to be focusing on? But when we get in the business land, we get into numbers and figures and Excel sheets, and we suck the life out of our true desire. So have a think, what is that desire really about? And this is when we can start to go deeper. So for me, I love luxury. I want the biggest house. I want a beautiful home. I want a nice pool. I want it to be by the beach because I love the water. That is what drives me. My soul craves water. But I know that the money it's going to take to buy that is going to be those £1 million price tags. And I'm okay with that. But I know that that's my driving force. I've always wanted a house with a pool. I've always wanted to be at that level where I feel that comfort, that security of knowing I can have exactly what I want. There doesn't have to be a limitation on it. I want the freedom. I want the full energy of freedom with time, energy, and money. And that's what I want to create. So for me, my driver, the thing that money represents, the energy that money represents is freedom. So when I step into that free energy, I don't feel that excitement I get from making money, which I do actually get. So when I make a lot of money or I make any money, I get excited. It feels good. But that isn't the relationship that connects with freedom for me. So this is where you can get where it's actually masking what you truly want. So when you start to think about when you make money, when money comes in, when money flows to you, you might be exuding a different feeling than the feeling that you're actually trying to create with money. So that's where you can have this full-on excitement, but as well, you can let other feelings start to seep in after that excitement. You can let a little bit of doubt, like, is this going to last? Because you're linking money with that excited feeling rather than the safety and security that you might be craving, which you could get anyway in your life right now. So for you, you've maybe got an imbalance between what you feel money actually is and the vibrational frequency that money actually is. So you're not actually getting more of that security that you maybe want. You're getting the excitement and then it quickly diminishes. So when I think of freedom, and I know money to me feels like freedom, having money feels like freedom, that is where I need to look at, where am I free now? And I bring freedom into all of my life. I bring freedom into my business. Bring it into my creativity. I don't follow many rules. I like to push all of that to one side because I crave freedom. And when I am in my most free state, that's when I start to attract more money, because that is what money to me brings. That's the energy that it brings for me. So you've got to connect with what is it really giving you. So if you're looking for security, if you want that feeling of just feeling totally secure, that's when you can start to say, where in your life currently are you not feeling secure? You might be in a relationship that doesn't give you security. You might be in a job that doesn't make you feel secure. You might have a boss that really kind of puts you in a space that doesn't make you feel safe and secure. So you've got to start to look at where is money being masking it? Because you might be thinking, well, when I have the money, this is all going to change. But actually, you can change things now by looking at, well, money is going to give me the secure feeling. That's what I want the money for. But now you can start to bring that security into your daily life now. It might be that it gives you self-esteem. You might think of yourself in them clothes, feeling good, feeling like you're top of your game. And that's self-confidence, that's self-assurance. That might be what money is going to bring to you. That might be the feeling you are looking for. And you're thinking money is the reason you will get it. But actually, you can start bringing that in now. You could start wearing nicer clothes. You could start doing your hair better. You could start doing your makeup. You could start putting effort into time, how you look and feel. You could start going to the gym. There's all sorts of things that you can build that self-esteem from. And what this does is it all uplifts your vibration to get you on the vibrational frequency of money. And then you start attracting more money, but you're not masking it by thinking the money is the answer, the money is the key. The money is the resource. What are you trying to actually feel from having the money? It might be you have this dream house in your mind. You might have that in your mind and you might be focusing on the money to get the house. And this is where we go wrong as well. So we often think of the money rather than the thing that we want or the place that we want or the feeling that we want. So what tends to happen is when you think of money, we have a load of baggage, a load of stuff that's wrapped around money, different rules, different ideas of where it can come from. And what this happens is it really restricts the flow of it. So money likes to be free. Money likes to show you how it shows up. It likes to come in multiple different ways and it isn't attached to any one person. But you might think of yourself as, this is my money. This is my partner's money. This is my parents' money. This is all separate. Money is not separate. Money is energy. Money is literally, it doesn't matter whether it's my money, your dad's money, doesn't matter to money itself. It's just money. So when you start to think of the money to buy something, that's when you start to put all these rules in place. So you might start to think, well, it has to come through my business, otherwise I haven't accomplished it. Or it has to come through me and only me, and I have to make it, and I have to work hard, and I have to do this in order to get this money. Otherwise, the end result doesn't really count. And this is where we get tied up in knots. So you end up putting all these rules on so that when the money actually comes in, you don't feel good about the money coming in, which means you don't feel good about the purchase. And often you don't purchase the thing that you want to purchase because it's not come from the source or the place that you had in your mind and your little rule book that it was meant to come from. And I'll give you an example of this. I was manifesting a new car. I was doing my 17-second rule. And if you haven't checked that out, there is a podcast about it. But also, I talk about this in Manifest Your Magnificent Life. And that is currently 50% off. So go and get that program because that's how I manifest everything. Literally, that's how I totally transform my life. So go and get that program. It's unbelievable. But what I would say is the 17-second rule I was doing about the car I wanted. So I would do the rule, I would sink into the feeling of driving the car, picking the car up, all them things to make it real. I wasn't thinking about where the money come from for the car because I wasn't putting any rules on it. And at the time, I had issues around, this is my money, this is Mike's money, this is other people's money. And I had ideas about where money should come from. And I've only ever relied on me for my money. So money always comes through me and the work that I do. That was the energy I was in at that point. So I manifested my new car. What happened was our old car broke down. It was a lovely 4x4, but I had my eye on this nice newer 4x4. And what happened was when that car broke down, we ended up manifesting somebody to come and take it away and pay us to do it. And when we saw the new car that we wanted, Mike was like, you don't worry, I'll get this car. This is ours. Let's get it. I didn't have to pay a penny. Old me would have died inside and went, oh my God, I can't do this. What happens if we split up? I'm going to be carless. Like, I need a stake in this car. I need to be able to buy this car for myself. We can't do it this way. No, no, no. And I would have resisted that blessing. I would have pushed it away. But actually, what I did was I went, oh my God, the 17-second rule really freaking works. I've just manifested a car and I don't have to pay a penny for it. And I didn't think to myself, the old me version that was like, oh no, it has to come through this channel. I'm like, no, money's appeared. Money has shown up. This is what's happened. I've literally manifested a car within a month. Like within a month, 1 month. So that's where you start to mask the things that you really want and you start to block it coming in by not thinking about the thing that you really want because you're too busy thinking about the money itself, which doesn't manifest like that. Money isn't interested whether you pay attention to it from that point of view. Money wants to know what's its purpose. What is it bringing you? What is it that you actually want that money can provide? And then it'll come up in so many wonderful places that you don't even have to think of that. The money will show. You can put your first foot forward. I was still making money in my business, but it didn't mean that that meant anything to where this car and this money was coming from. Money had a different idea. The universe had a different idea for me. So we always block certain things. If you're thinking of the money, that's when the rules will come into play. That's when you're resisting yourself. Whereas if you're thinking of the thing and you're thinking of the feeling that the thing's going to give you, that is where you step into the power. Because the feeling you can create today, we do that anyway. I could get you in a second to feel sad. I could get you in a second to feel happy. You could do that to yourself within seconds by just letting your thoughts take over. So if you know the feeling you're trying to create with money, and the feeling might be freedom, contentment, security, then start to look at how do you bring more of that feeling into your daily life? And also, how do you let go of the things that don't bring that feeling in? That's where the real courage comes. And that's often where our money blocks stem from. We might be settling for bad relationships. We might be not setting boundaries with people. All of this stuff blocks your money So take that into account. If you are saying, I want to be rich as hell, I want to feel good, I want to feel amazing, but yet you're acknowledging and letting these absolute knobheads like text you and treat you like crap, the two aren't going to marry up. So think about where you are putting yourself first and what feeling you are trying to create by having money. This is where things will massively start to shift for you. So if you want any help and support in this, book a one-to-one with me. We can dive right into this. This is what I'm about. I am here to help you be your most successful, abundant self. That is exactly what I do. So make sure you're either booking a reading with me or go and checking out the August deals, because everyone, Awaken the Abundant You program, which is all about this money mindset, is 50% off. Yeah, that's right. 50% off. Now, that course is an absolute steal in itself anyway, but I'm giving you an extra 50%. Do you know why? Because I love August, and August is the most abundant month. It is the month of 8 infinite abundance, people. So step into this energy. Go and do something that's going to transform your life. Go and do something that's going to change the trajectory forever, because you have that power to do it. So go and check out those August deals. You can get them at the link and in the bio. I can't even speak. The link in the show notes. It's www.soulfulbadass.uk. It's simple. It's easy. There's 50% off waiting for you. Go and have the best, most abundant August. There's only a few days left, but that's going to set you up for an amazing September and onwards. So go and enjoy. Hope you have the best week, and I'll catch you soon. Love you all. Bye.